If you're a man over 60 living alone, you're making at least 3 mistakes right now that could kill you. Not might hurt you, kill you. And the worst part? You probably think you're fine. You're not. You see, I work with older men's health, and I see the same patterns over and over. The men who struggle the most aren't the ones who are sick. They're the ones making completely preventable mistakes. The statistics are brutal. The patterns are clear. And there are 9 mistakes that show up again and again. Mistakes that destroy independence, health, and lives. Let me show you what they are and how to fix them before it's too late. Mistake number 1, social isolation. You think you're independent, you think you don't need people. But here's what's actually happening. Loneliness increases inflammation in your body, accelerates cognitive decline, and increases your risk of depression by 40%. Your brain literally shrinks when you're isolated for long periods. You need weekly social contact, not texting, not scrolling Facebook. Real, face-to-face interaction. Join a group, show up somewhere regularly. Your life depends on it. Now here's where it gets worse. Mistake number 2, neglecting health maintenance. You feel fine, so you skip the checkup. You notice something off, but you tell yourself it's nothing. Meanwhile, that nothing is becoming something that will hospitalize you in 6 months. After 60, your body doesn't give you warnings anymore. It gives you emergencies. Schedule your checkups. Track your medications. Monitor your emotional health like you monitor your bank account. Because ignoring symptoms doesn't make them go away. It makes them deadly. But even if you stay healthy, there is something most men completely overlook. Mistake number 3, no emergency plan. You fall in the bathroom. You have chest pain at 2 a.m. You can't reach your phone. Now what? 73% of men living alone delay getting help during emergencies because they either can't reach someone or they convince themselves it's not serious enough. By the time they call, it's often too late. You need emergency contacts programmed into your phone. You need a medical alert system if you're over 65. You need someone, a neighbor, a friend, a family member who checks on you daily. One fall, one heart episode, one moment where you can't help yourself, and it's over. And speaking of things that can end you, mistake number 4, bad coping habits. Living alone is hard, so you start drinking a little more, ordering takeout instead of cooking, sitting on the couch instead of moving, and before you know it, you're in a spiral. Alcohol, junk food, and inactivity feeding off each other until your health is destroyed. Structure your day like your life depends on it, because it does. Limit alcohol. Exercise, even if it's just walking. Bad habits don't just make you unhealthy, they accelerate everything else on this list. Now, if these first 4 mistakes are hitting close to home, if you're realizing you've been ignoring things that matter, do yourself a favor and hit that subscribe button, because the next 5 mistakes are even more critical and you need to hear them. Now, let me tell you something that will hit harder than you expect. Mistake number 5, letting the home overwhelm you. The house you raised your family in is now too big, too much work, and too dangerous. You're climbing ladders you shouldn't be on. You're ignoring repairs because they're expensive or complicated. Your home is supposed to support your life, not threaten it. Downsize if you need to. Hire help for maintenance. Your house should not own you. And if staying in it puts you at risk, it's time to make a change. But here's a mistake that quietly destroys more men than almost anything else. Mistake number 6, losing purpose. You retired, The kids are gone. Your routine disappeared, and now you wake up with nothing to do and nowhere to be. That's when depression creeps in. That's when energy drains. That's when life stops feeling like it's worth living. You need purpose. Get a hobby that challenges you. Volunteer somewhere that needs you. Mentor someone younger. Stay useful. Because the moment you stop having a reason to get out of bed, your body starts shutting down. And now we get to the most dangerous mistake of all. Mistake number 7. Ignoring heart warning signs. This is the one that kills more solo men than anything else on this list. 73% of men living alone delay seeking help during a cardiac event. They feel chest pain and think it's indigestion. They feel short of breath and blame it on being out of shape. They wait, and waiting kills them. Here's what you need to know. Chest pain, especially if it radiates to your arm, jaw, or back. Shortness of breath that doesn't go away. Sudden sweating, nausea, or dizziness. These are heart attack symptoms. You don't wait. You don't see how it goes. You call 911 immediately. If you live alone, you need a cardiac plan. Know the symptoms. Have your phone within reach at all times. Tell your doctor about any chest discomfort, irregular heartbeat, or unusual fatigue. Heart problems don't announce themselves politely. They show up fast, and they kill fast. But even if your heart is fine, there's another mistake that's slowly killing your quality of life. Mistake number 8. Shallow relationships. You have people you talk to, sure. You've got neighbors you wave at. Maybe some guys you grab coffee with once in a while. But when life hits hard, when you're scared, sick, or struggling, do you have anyone you can actually call? Most men don't. They have casual contacts, not real connections, and when a crisis comes, they realize they're alone in a way that no amount of small talk can fix. Build meaningful friendships, not just people to pass time with, but people who actually know you, people who will check on you, people you can be honest with, because shallow relationships feel fine until you need real support. Then they're useless. And here's the final mistake, the one that ties all of this together. Mistake number 9, pride, refusing help. You don't want to be a burden. You don't want to admit you're struggling. You don't want anyone thinking you can't handle things on your own, so you refuse help. You push people away. You ignore problems until they become disasters. And that pride, it's going to kill you. Accepting help isn't weakness, it's strategy. Getting a medical alert system isn't admitting defeat, it's protecting your independence. Asking a neighbor to check in isn't being needy, it's being smart. The men who live long, healthy lives alone aren't the ones who refuse help. They're the ones who accept it strategically so they can stay independent longer. Here's the truth. Independence is good, but unchecked isolation will wreck you. Health must be managed deliberately, not with a "I'll deal with it later" mindset. Emergency planning saves lives, and purpose, people, and preparation are the 3 pillars of aging well alone. If this opened your eyes to mistakes you've been making, if you're realizing you need to change something, hit that subscribe button, because I break down what most men won't hear anywhere else, and it could save your life. Now, I know this is a lot to process. 9 mistakes, 9 fixes, and you're probably wondering, where do I even start? That's exactly why I put together a weekly newsletter that breaks this down into manageable steps. One week, it's emergency planning. The next, it's building real friendships, then fixing sleep, nutrition, all of it. You don't have to do everything at once. You just need a system. And that's what the newsletter gives you. It's free. Links in the description. The truth is, fixing even one of these mistakes makes you safer. Fixing 3 or 4, you're in a completely different position than you were 10 minutes ago. You're not too old to fix this. You're not too far gone. But you are running out of time to pretend everything's fine. Make the changes, protect yourself, stay in the fight. And if this helped you, share it with a man who needs to hear it. Because the men who need this most are the ones who think they don't. I'm Avery Scott, and I'll see you in the next one.